Welcome, welcome. We're going to be playing black against Mr. Britannia, who has played d4. Of course, I will respond with knight of 6. I'm expecting a Nimzo Indian here. I got my battle crackers ready. Oopsies, adjust. And I got exactly what I wanted, a Nimzo Indian. And this is fun. So I specialize in the f3 Nimzo Indian. So I actually saw that he plays this, and I know a ton about this. I was thinking of a couple different lines to play. But I think I'm going to challenge him in a somewhat theoretically difficult line and see what he knows. c5 is also very good there, but this move is quite strong. Just a note, I won't be looking at chat while playing. I don't even have the stream open, simply because there could be some thoughts of impropriety that maybe I shouldn't have the chat open, so I just don't want to give the wrong impression. What's up?
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
How do we throw away trash?
So you can put it in the trash can in the kitchen, and if you, outside the front of the building, there's garbage and recycling. If you exit the building and go left,
yeah.
it's sort of gross, but that's where all the trash and recycling goes.
Alright, perfect, thank you.
No problem, man. Yep, this is main line. I have to think a little bit here. I don't play this for black, really, but I play it a lot for white, so. Although I have to say, not many people challenge me in the Nimzo Indian. Not many people take up my offer to play the Nimzo Indian. And here black goes c5. Normally I get a lot of Slav, a lot of Queen's Gambit, a lot of King's Indian. A lot of people play the King's Indian against me. But I don't get a lot of Nimzo, so I don't get to play this very often. And the position I'm about to play I've actually never had over the board. So I was trying to debate between two lines. You can play ed5, e3, c4. That's a very interesting line. Magnus very famously won the world championship title by beating Anand in this line with black. But I'm going to go with actually the theoretically critical line, which is knight d5, which I've actually never had played against me over the board. So this will be an experience for both of us. Okay, he knows a little something. This is considered clearly best. And white has ruined his structure, but he's up a pawn. He has two bishops, so and the position is interesting. Here white should play e4. Taking on c3 is never an option. After e4, knight takes c3, queen d2. What's the line? queen d2, knight c6, bishop b2, something basically black wins g7. So yeah, e4. So knight e7 is very playable. Knight c7 is also playable. But this line is quite testing. Knight f6. I think white really has to know what he's doing in this line. So I'm going to test Lelouch's prep in this line. Here white must go bishop e3 to have any advantage. This pawn is very important to white. This pawn doesn't matter so much. So I would expect bishop e3. So far he's played theory. He seems to know a little bit here, at least. Yep. Castles. Queen c3, king f2. White has a very good position. He'll play knight e2, winning tempo against the queen. Knight comes to d4, bishop comes out, and white has a great position. And so queen c3 is not advisable. And white actually often plays king f2 in these lines anyway, so forcing him to play king f2 is not some great harm to him. Here, white's main move is queen b3. That's correct. Queen b3 is the move. Black's not really in a rush to regain the pawn. He has a long-term idea of attacking the pawn with both knights by a knight fd7. So it seems like Lelouch might not know exactly what to do in this position. The theoretical move is definitely queen b3. The idea behind queen b3 is you want to play queen b4, and black really never wants, of course, never wants to trade queens on b4 and fix white's structure. Then white would actually just be winning on the spot. So you go queen b3, knight fd7, and then the point is you actually don't have to play queen b4 right away. You play some other move, and knight takes c5 is actually unplayable due to queen b4, which forces the queens off. That's one of the ideas behind queen b3. Dropping some frames. Uh-oh. We're better now. Don't know what happened there. Oops. Opened Google Play Music on accident. So this is good. I sent white in the tank a little bit. This is what we wanted. It's possible that he's more familiar with the positions after 10. I should show on the board after 10 or sorry, 997. He has played queen b3. A good move. And I will execute my idea. This was my point. And the reason I chose this line is white has to remember a very not so easy to remember move here. The only way for white to play for an advantage is to play a4. So I was thinking perhaps white might not remember that move. Once again, knight takes c5 is not a threat due to white's very strong reply of queen b4, forcing black to fix the queenside structure, at which point white will simply have two bishops for no compensation. So that would not be in black's interest. So yeah, the main move for white here is a4. There are other playable options. I'm pretty sure white can go bishop e5 or rook b1, even king f2 should be playable. I apologize for my chewing noises. I have my Ritz crackers ready for action. I suppose. Ooh, I've offset my game board slightly. Let me fix this. I suppose I should get the times in here as well. Just doing a little bit of stream maintenance. Let me get the times in here. Oh god. No, no, no. I've done something horrible. Okay. We'll worry about the times a little bit later. Yeah, the reason I'm playing this is a very theoretically rich position. Also a very dynamic position. I tend to enjoy playing dynamic positions. I used to think I was a pawn grabber, but I don't think I really am. I think that's all a lie. Bishop b5 is slightly interesting. I'm trying to think how I would play against bishop b5. Perhaps bishop b5, queen c7. That seems decent. He never really wants to trade his light square bishop. It's a pretty good piece for him. His kingside structure is on light, but the light square bishop will have a lot of influence over the queen side. Once again, if you're watching on stream, I won't be interacting with chat, and that's because I am currently playing a game. I don't want to give a sense that maybe something that shouldn't have happened was happening. So my stream is not even open. Just for that safety. Ow. Yikes. I like hit my water glass against my tooth. So yeah, I don't have much to say here. I'm actually still in prep. And it appears I got white out of prep. That's really why I chose this lane. White has quite a few non-obvious moves to make in order to push. And even if he does make all those non-obvious moves, the position is supposed to be equal. That's the thing about the Nimzo Indian. If you allow the Nimzo Indian, you are basically allowing black to equalize. It's not going to be a clear, easy road to equality, but the Nimzo Indian, all things being equal, haha, see what I did there, should be equal. And especially this sideline with 4f3. I play a lot of 4f3 because I like the positions, but I don't claim that white should really have anything special in these positions. In some positions I think white does get something, but there's always a way for black to play where he seems to comfortably equalize. Excuse me. I also won't be typing my whispers in chat, mainly because I'm really giving all my thoughts out loud. And I don't want to waste too much time. Building up a nice time edge, I'm up 12 minutes. Yeah, this is not such an obvious position to play. If he does play into the theoretical line with a4, which I find it a little doubtful that he will play a4 here. It's quite a strange move to find over the board if you don't know about it already. Although there is some logic to it. The idea behind a4, I guess I should explain it, I haven't really talked about it. The idea behind a4 is that the queen really needs a safe square to guard the c5 pawn from. And the only square that the queen will be able to safely guard the pawn from is a3. So this is the idea behind the move a4. In that line, there's actually basically a theoretical pawn sacrifice for black. Yeah, I really sent him into the tank on this one. So what is really playable here? Rook b1 is playable, a4 is playable, bishop b5 is playable. Knight e2 is probably playable, although not very good, I don't think. Knight e2 will get... Okay, he did play bishop b5. So now it's time to think a little bit. My first instinct is to play queen c7. Queen c7 with the point I'm going to play knight takes c5 next move, which would be not what you want. So you would likely play queen b4. And then knight c6. And you will have to give up your light square bishop, maybe. Maybe not, but you don't have to. So queen c7 looks very interesting to me. Other candidates, knight c6, I'm not a huge fan of, with the reason being, I think he just takes it, and there with the structure as it is, that must be okay for black actually. I don't think I'll have enough counterplay on the light squares. Like knight c6, bishop takes, b takes, king f2, and I think white is doing very well. So that I don't like. a6 is possible. And one of the points behind a6 is that bishop a4 is not really playable. Because on bishop a4 I go knight c5 and queen b4 gets met by queen takes b4. Oh no, so queen a4. And then bishop c5. Oh, that actually loses for me. Or it doesn't lose, but it's very bad for me. So, hold on. h6, bishop a4. Note that he can also take. But if he takes there, I might be okay with that. Even although I've weakened my dark squares tremendously. Not something I'm a huge fan of when he has a dark square bishop. Put all my pawns on light. Yeah, that's not a good idea, I don't think. So, queen c7 is just a very sensible move in this position. Yeah, let's play queen c7. My position looks a little strange, but actually it makes a lot of sense. And the problem for him is queen b4 is not super desirable after knight c6. And then if he takes, I have queen takes and I go knight e5, knight d3 is like a huge threat. And so the position becomes slightly awkward for him to play. Either that or I can go e5 and develop the light square bishop to e6. Also possible. Maybe I could have played e5 on that move, actually. Maybe that was playable as well. But yeah, this move seems sort of thematic in the opening. I think it's a good move. Here I think he does need to play queen b4. I mean, he can play knight e2 and give the c5 pawn, but that should be equality. Instant equality. Queen c4, knight e5 should be good enough for me. Or let's see if I have something better there. Queen c4, knight e5. Yeah, that actually gets awkward for him very quickly. Got myself a very nice time edge here, 15 minutes already. I'm very happy with that. I also think I'm close to equalizing with black. I think this is a good place to be currently. Time edge with I think I have equality here. I'm not totally sure. Those bishops will be powerful in an endgame. I am trying to sort of convince white to give up his light square bishop. I'm just saying, okay, white, why don't you give me the bishop? Sounds like a good idea. He can also play bishop takes d7, but then I would play actually, I'm not sure what I would take with knight d7, queen b4, knight e5 comes with a monstrous threat of knight d3 check. Yeah, that's not really what you want. Those weak light squares, d3 especially, looks very juicy. Give me that light square. Yeah. Yeah, so I was originally considering bishop takes d6, or sorry, bishop takes d7, bishop takes d7. But then white has the maybe annoying move rook b1, where I think I'd have to play bishop c6. And then, unfortunately, the bishop on c6 is A, staring at granite, but also B, disrupting the communication of the queen. So, tough to say. Yeah, I think on bishop takes d7, I would play knight takes d7. This actually feels really good to have this position because I easily spent at least 2 or 3 hours learning this line like a year ago from the white side, and I've just never gotten it over the board. So it's nice to actually make use of this knowledge. Yeah, I'm happy with this so far. This is a-okay. Luke's almost down to half his time already. Yeah, I like this because it feels just a little bit more obvious how I'm gonna play. I have very obvious moves like knight c6, rook d8. These moves are just screaming to be played, whereas Waite's moves are not as obvious. Knight e2. Okay, so I am being gifted a pawn on c5. So knight c5, queen c4. Knight c5, queen c4, knight ba6 perhaps? This feels like a very practical choice from white. Just giving the pawn back, saying, I have a worse structure, but I have two bishops to compensate. So I'm looking at knight c5, queen c4, knight ba6. I could also play knight d7 there. That might be more. No, I can't. Knight d7 loses to bishop d7. So the other thing is I can play knight c5, queen c4, knight ca6, which looks a little weird. Actually, that can transpose as well. So yeah, knight c5, queen c4 looks fairly critical. Knight ba6. Maybe knight d4. Planning to go knight b5 at some point. No, that doesn't seem to work really. So if I'm not taking the pawn, what am I doing with my life? a6 is legal. However, a6 does take the a6 square from my knight, which seems to be an important square. Oh. Oof. So the only thing I'm worried about is knight c5, queen c4, knight ba6, knight d4. I have trouble moving my pieces. I guess I can move my queen. But he also has trouble creating threats. Like I can go rook d8, bishop d7, or play e5. I can play e5 right away actually. That might be a good move. Although e5 queen, e5 knight b3, excuse me. Knight takes b3, that loses for white. Okay, I can take this pawn. Let me quickly analyze another forcing move. Knight c5, bishop c5, queen c5. That's totally fine for black. I'm expecting queen c4 here. Queen b4, knight ba6 should be quite strong. Also, queen c4, I can play a simple move, b6 if I want. But maybe I just play that later. b6 appears to be a useful move, especially since the b file will be open against the b7 pawn. I'm going to quickly use the bathroom. I am back. It's funny. I always have to pee more than usual when I play chess. It's like I get nervous or something. Excuse me. Also a little cold. Might have to get a coat soon. Yeah, I'm happy with my position. I think the position is equal. And now I'm up 20 minutes. That's a big advantage. It looks like white is ahead in development, but really my pieces come out very quickly here. First off, he has to move his queen, so that's a non-developing move. And then the development count will be 3 to 4. I'll develop my next piece, it'll be 4 to 4. So I don't think I'm really actually behind in development at all. I count castles as a developing move. That's where I got my count of 3 pieces developed for myself. Queen b4. So my first instinct is to go knight on b to a6. Knight b a6. The queen will have to move again. Bishop c5 is unplayable. Queen c5 is unplayable. Bishop a6. Knight a6, the queen has to move. Now the knight is not some beast on a6, but perhaps it shall return to glory on c5 in the near future. Knight b6, queen c4 is actually just a tempo down on the previous line for no apparent reason. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to play knight b6. I'm not gonna make knight d3 check work because on a6 is met by probably queen c5. I would have to guess. But actually just bishop c5. a6, bishop c5 wins for white. So that's a no-go. b6 is playable, but why should I compromise my structure like that? After b6, the position should just be fully equal, I would say. Yeah, let's keep some tension, right? Let's keep some tension in the position. I like tension. I think it gives me more chances. If he takes my knight on a6, I'm actually quite happy, because then he doesn't have 2 bishops and he still has structural issues. So that would make me very pleased. Although it would be opposite colored bishops, but still it should be low risk for me. Mm-hmm. That's very sensible, keeping the bishop on the board. So he may be going straight into the endgame. That's a possibility now. Bishop a6 will force an ending. So candidate moves. b6 is certainly an option. The point of b6 is that then bishop takes a6 is a little bit ridiculous. Bishop d7, rook d8 are really the main candidates. So let's look at b6. b6, knight d4 looks like a normal move. So, okay, e5 is actually a very interesting move here. Now that I just have had a good idea, I think. e5, your knight becomes quite restrained, your bishop becomes restrained, and I have the idea of going bishop e6. So e5, bishop a6, knight a6, queen c7, knight c7. The knight on c7 is really bad. That doesn't quite work. I was trying to do something cute with like e5, bishop a6, bishop e6, but there's just queen c5. Okay. e5, I think he has to enter the endgame after e5. I think he's really pushing his luck if he doesn't. Actually, the queen might just get trapped if he doesn't. e5, bishop a6, knight a6. Queen c7, knight c7, rook b1. Rook b1. That ending really isn't clear whatsoever. The knight on c7 is so stupid. Good lord. I really don't want my knight landing on c7. It's just such a dumb piece. e5, bishop a6, knight a6, queen c7, knight c7. I have to make this work. Rook b1. Rook b1, b6. a4. b6, a4. There is some issues in the back rank there. If I'm not playing e5, is bishop d7 a good move? And the point behind bishop d7 is after bishop d7, well then after bishop takes d7, knight takes d7, queen takes d7, knight takes c7. Both my knights are on stupid squares. Although no, I'm gonna have control of c5, but knight d4. There's also rook d8 possible. e5 looks so principled. Let's make this work. e5 looks so principled. I want this to work. Okay, the endgame position is after e5, bishop a6, knight a6, queen c7, knight c7, rook b1, b6, a4. Maybe I can try bishop a6 there. Bishop a6, a5. ba5? Question mark? That seems not the most intelligent thing in the world. But he has trouble with his knight on e2, actually. It's so passive. So like ba5, castle, he can't castle, bishop e2. That's annoying for him. So after ba5, I'm gonna have time to play rook b8 and have a very reasonable position, actually. Okay. Maybe king f2 instead. Yes, that's a better move. King f2. Even here, though, I think my position is good. I'm going to play e5. I think it's a good move. I think e5 is the right idea here. He immediately took. Okay. Sure. It feels like he's somewhat obliged to change the queens here. Yeah. If I can just get a few moves in, I'm like one tempo short of having a beautiful ending. If he castled here, I would actually be very happy. Castles b6, I'm going to put my bishop on a6. It's going to be very good there. Excuse me. He could play something like an immediate a4. That is interesting. I wonder what I would do there. So it's interesting. If he lets me, knight b5 might be a serious move for black in this position. With the idea of going knight d6 to c4, the knight on c4 would be massive. Supported by a bishop on e6. That would be very painful for the white side. I could also play a6, put the rook on b8, and play that way. Not giving him this hook on b6 to latch onto. That might actually be a better way to play. Play a6, rook b8. It's a little slow. I just wonder, it's the only issue is if he gets counterplay, or if he can quickly double on the b file somehow. Not somehow, it's very easy to quickly double on the b file. Again, the knight is the problem piece. If I fix the knight, I've fixed the game. That's the only problem piece. That's interesting. This a6 rook b8 setup looks a little bit more solid. These b6 setups always get cracked by a4, a5. That's really unstoppable. The only question is, where the fuck does this knight go? Well, the knight actually might go to e8 of all places. e8, d6, c4. Not so stupid. Not so stupid at all. So let's see, rook b1, a6. King f2, rook b8. Castles. I thought this was a bad move. Now, let me see why I thought that. So my initial reaction to castles was b6, a4, bishop a6, rook fe1, b6, a4, bishop a6, rook fe1, knight e6, looks good, a5, knight c5, actually looks like a very reasonable position for me. So b6 is definitely reasonable. Knight b5 was another try, but no, knight b5 shouldn't be good after c4. There's actually no case, so knight b5 is not. Okay. Knight b5. Knight b5. c4, knight d6. Knight b5, rook f d1. Then bishop e6 a4. That is not what I want. Knight b5, rook f d1 is a very good move. So that is not a possible variation. So we had b6, that looks reasonable. b6, a4, bishop a6, rook fe1. Knight e6. a5. Knight c5. That looks fairly convincing. What else is possible? Bishop e6 is certainly possible. Bishop e6, rook b1. Bishop d7, also possible. Rook b1, bishop c6. Then maybe f4. Actually, no, f4 I can take on. e4, yeah, that's no good. Bishop d7. Rook d1, rook b1, bishop c6. c4. Knight e6, knight c3. I really don't want to play h6, and the reason I don't want to play h6 is it gives up control to d8 square. So my two main candidates are b6 and bishop d7. b6, c4, interesting, bishop a6, rook on f to c1, knight e6, knight c3, not really playable because I grab on c4 there. So b6 or bishop d7. Let's look at my time. 26 minutes. Okay, we're fine. This is actually very critical. This is going to determine how the game plays out. On the b6 lines, the a4 is critical. b6, a4, bishop a6, rook f e1. I know I've said this a million times. I'm just trying to look a little deeper. Knight e6, a5, knight c5. All my pieces have great squares. My position makes a whole lot of sense. And what's going on in the bishop d7 lines? Bishop d7. Maybe just c4 immediately. I like these b6 lines more. Well, let me pause really quickly. Yeah, I just like them more. I think they're better. Yeah, this is annoying for him. I think he has to go a4. I don't see much else. And he could also prophylactically move the rook, like rook. Oh, I don't know. Rook on f to d1, say. That's actually interesting. Rook f d1, bishop a6, rook d7. I think there I go knight e6. I think going to g3 is actually not the stupidest thing in the world. So say bishop a6. This is creating a lot of weakness in white's position. Bishop a6 seems like an automatic. Yeah, that looks like a good move. I like my position a lot. I think f4 was not the way. Because I'm actually going to take f4 and he's going to have a lot of weaknesses. I might want to take that knight. Bishop takes knight, e takes f, bishop takes f, knight e6. Does that look like a promising position to me or what? The bishop is so bad. The other thing is it disconnects his rooks, which can be problematic for him. Although he can quickly double. Let's see, bishop e2, rook e2, ef4, bishop f4, knight e6. I think he has to go bishop e3. Could go bishop e5, actually. But bishop e5, knight c5. It's a great knight. It's a good knight versus bad bishop. Is there anything else? So ef4, knight f4 is much less attractive to me. That knight actually becomes quite strong. Here I was complaining about my knight, and my knight's about to be a monster. Yeah, I'm taking this knight. Whoopsie daisies, adjust. And now ef4. Yeah, let's give him more weaknesses. That seems like a good idea. Sort of has to take that, I think. Okay, we have a nice ending here. I can press this. We do need the point. Our team is down 1-2 currently. So a full point would be really nice. And now knight e6 seems like an automatic. could go knight b5. Okay, now that's actually interesting. Hold on. Knight b5. The knight on b5 is actually somewhat limited, though. For instance, knight b5, c4. Yeah, no reason to allow any of those shenanigans. Keep it simple. I want to try and prevent him from playing c4, because c4 actually makes his bishop not the dumbest piece on the board. Right now it's the dumbest piece on the board. Well, it might still be the dumbest piece on the board, but it's a less dumb piece on the board. How are frames doing? No dropped frames. Nice. Nailing it. So here, I think it's probably best to go rook f to c8. Because on rook f d8, he's actually going to double on the d file, which is going to cause me a little bit of pain. So I'm going to go rook f c8. And then next move, play rook c4. And I think that should be quite good for me. Or if on rook f c8, if he goes something like maybe bishop e5, I'm going to actually go to the d file to not allow white to take the file. Rook f c8. Any problems with this move? No, that looks like a pretty good move. Let's play it. bishop b4, I go rook c4, and his position is just so awful. Or maybe even rook c d8. Yeah, that might actually be stronger, just shutting down the file. So let's see here. Rook c4 might be a good move. Rook c4, rook c6, adjust, might also be a good move. Rook c6, rook d1. Yeah, rook c6, rook d1 looks vaguely like what white is aiming for in the first place. Although rook c6, rook d1, rook a c8. Rook c6, rook d1, rook a c8, rook on d to d3 is potentially a real move. Rook c6, e5. So rook c6 and rook c4 are obvious candidates here. Rook c4, rook d1, rook a c8, rook d3. Rook c6. I actually like rook c6 more, I think. Let's play that. Mm-hmm. On rook c1, I might go knight d4. Exclamation point, question mark. With the idea of going to either b5 or f5. Or perhaps I can play f6 at some point. I don't really want to do that though, because he can play bishop takes. f6, fe5, bishop e5. And then he's guarding his c3 pawn. I don't need to rush. This bishop will be bad till the end of time. Man, I have to use the bathroom, and I should do it now while I still have time. Maybe 4. saying, gift me the pawn. Also saying my back rank might be a little bit suspect. Well, that may or may not be the case. Now, I can play a6 here. But a6 actually c4. That's starting to get very unclear. Okay, takes, rook takes, a5. I can play rook c1, or sorry, rook c8. Takes. So, hold on. Takes, a5. a5, just h6, honestly. Take 6 check. Rook b8, I have simply rook b3. Takes, rook takes, a5, h6, simple chess. Takes. And then on rook b1, I can go rook c6. I'm not thrilled about that though. The rook is so passive on c6. But his rook is no world beater from c6 either. And then I start to really have ideas of f6 actually. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. Just scanning one last time. Yeah, show me the money. Show me what you got. Oh, I have to close my door. A5, I assume. I don't see what else. I have a clear edge here. I'm gunning for the full point. It would be really good for our team. We would bring it back to 2-all. I'm not really sure what he's thinking about. I sort of feel like a5 is an only move. Maybe rook b1? But I think there I just play h6. Yeah. And here, I could play b5. Hold up. What am I talking about? Let's play b5. b5, a6, rook c6. That's just an incredible position for me. b5, a6, rook c6. Bishop b8. b5, a6. b5, a6, rook c6, bishop b8, huh? That's what we're going for here? It's vaguely annoying. b5, a6. Rook c4, bishop b8, rook a4. Rook c1. h6, rook c6. Is again not what I want. Yeah, b5 is allowing some silliness with bishop b8. But hold on, h6, bishop b8. So say I go rook c8. Or b5, a6, rook c8. Rook a5. Rook c8 right away. Takes, rook b1. Rook c8 takes, rook a6. b5, rook b6. That's not what I want either. So rook c8 is really not working. Rook c6? Rook c6 now. Rook c6. Take rook a7. Doesn't work at all. Okay. Huh. I missed this bishop b8 resource. 'Tis a pain in the bottom. Okay, b5, a6, h6. Okay, I have to calculate. b5, a6, h6, rook a5. No, that could be rook b1 actually. I'm going to play h6. I think it's just a practical choice. Let's not do anything too crazy. He has an only move of bishop b8 here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Of course he finds it. He's a good player. And here... let's take on a5? Question mark. My original intention was to take on a5. I could play rook c5 here. Now that's an idea. Rook c5. Rook c5. Pawn takes, pawn takes. bishop a7. No, rook a5. Doesn't work. Rook a6. I think rook c5 is working here, actually, for me. It's vaguely doing what I want. Am I blundering something horrendous? I don't believe I'm blundering something horrendous. Because I have the flight square. Yeah, this should be fine. This was a nice find. I did not see this from the start of the line, but this actually is a very good move. I didn't see this from the start of the line at all. Well, I missed bishop b8, so I sort of had to make this up on the fly. But I think this is a very good move. I think I'm going to keep my extra pawn on the queen side. Unless I'm missing something, which is very possible. Has been known to happen. From time to time. Not often, though. I am a genius. Rook a5, right? Hold up. Yes, rook a5. Oh. Rook a5 takes, bishop takes. I did not consider this move. Rook a5 takes, bishop takes, knight c7, bishop b6, knight a6, bishop a5. Yeah, I can get that. I'm not thrilled about it, but that's an ending I can get. Rook a5 takes, bishop takes. Knight c7 is totally forced. Bishop takes a4. Bishop b6, a3. Yeah, he queens before me. Wow, this works, huh? He also goes knight c7, bishop b8, rook a5. Should actually transpose, right? Okay, this seems to be an only move. This will still be a good ending for me. My knight is a superior piece. Yep. He has to take, right? He's not in the square, so he has to take. If he doesn't take this move, I play a4 and then I win the race, actually. That would be unacceptable. Or I play knight c5, whichever. Either way, I'll be winning. Well, okay, bishop d6. Bishop d6. Bishop d6, I'd probably play f6. Bishop d6 is hyper sharp. Okay, I need to calculate on his time here. Bishop d6, f6, takes, king f2, king f7, king e3, king e8, king d4, king d7, king d5. There I have knight c7 check, winning immediately. Yeah, he must take. Bishop d6, f6, king f2, fe, king e3. That's really interesting. But no, on bishop d6, I can always go a4, a3, and then take the a6 pawn. That's the problem with this for him. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I was starting to get a little bit worried there, actually. There's always a4, a3. Or even a4, king f2, knight c7. Doesn't quite work. How sad. Okay. a4, king f2, a3, bishop takes, knight c7, bishop d6, knight a6. Knight c7, bishop. So a4, king f2, a3 takes, knight c7, bishop c5, knight a6. King e3, king f8. So f6, king f2. Takes, king e3. King f7. There's also okay, a4 is a definite draw. There's also knight d4. Knight d4, king f2, knight b5. King e3 takes, pawn takes. Knight d5, bishop b8. Knight c6. I think this works. Knight d5. Knight b5. I think this works. I have ideas of knight b5 or knight c6. The knight on b5 is very strong. It supports the advance of the a-pawn. And my other idea is that after knight b5, or sorry, king f2, knight b5, king e3, I think I can take on d6. And that should win. That was a very tricky try from him, though. I was a little bit scared. I think I needed to be very accurate there, or else that I wasn't coming out of the woods. That's a position I very well could have lost. The bishop was dominating the knight. It's funny, the bishop is like dominating the squares that the knight can attack the pawn from. But I have my own pawn, right? And that's the trick. Bishop c5, I'll go knight b5, and then go a4. I think I win. A4, A3 is coming. The king is on the square. This wins. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is a win. Simple win. A4, A3. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bishop b6 is cute, but I just play a4. None of that shenanigans. Or actually, now that my knight's on b5, I can actually take it. I was looking at a line earlier where bishop b6 was cute, but not good. Yeah, this wins. Nice. A good game, converting the good knight versus bad bishop ending. He played very resourcefully, though. This bishop b8, bishop d6, very tricky. Made me play very carefully. I'm very happy with this game. I played very well, I thought. I don't understand the idea. The idea is to get to the b2 square. I think, at least. Okay. Not too much to think about here. Play a4. a3. Bishop c1 forced. Do I want to play a2? So I can play a2, bishop e2, knight a3, king e2, knight c2, king d2, queen. The knight actually ends up trapped. So that's probably still a win for me though. That should be a win, hold on. a2, bishop b2, knight a3. 5 minutes, okay. a2, bishop b2, knight a3, king e2, knight c2, king d2, queen take, king c3, king f8, king makes a mad dash for the queen side there. I think I should just play king f8. Yes, that's more sensible. I just have to make sure the king doesn't get to c6. That's a key square, c6. So king e7, king d5. King d7. King c5, a2. Bishop b2. Knight a3. a3, bishop b2, knight a3, king d3. So he actually has to go king d3 on the next one. I could also go a2. Okay, yeah, I have an idea. Let's do this. I'm gonna go a2 and knight c7. Just to eliminate the only way I ever lose this game. Yeah, this wins. My point is king c4, knight takes, king b5, knight b8. The king, the white king can't come in at all. Or I could even go for it, probably. Yeah, that might even be better going forward. Instead of playing the stupid knight b8 move, go queen the pawn, be a knight up, call it a day. There was probably a clearer way to do this. Now I have an idea to go knight b8, knight c6. So I didn't consider the move bishop d4 here, because it doesn't work. Bishop d4, I go knight b8. And he has to take on a2. I'm hoping he plays bishop d4 here. The reason I didn't play knight b4 check is then he moves his king, which he probably should do anyway. I'm gonna turn my lights on my room, we got a little dark. Let's take. King c5 losing on the spot, so I'm expecting king b5. Here I should go g5, getting my g pawn out of the way, I think. g5, king a6, knight c6, and that pawn is forever untouchable. Hold on, g5, g4, right? g5, g4, knight takes g4. g5, king a6, knight c6, g4. Maybe I should go g6. g5, king a6. g5, so okay, g5, king a6, knight c6, g4. King d5. No, because then h6 actually becomes targetable. I don't want that at all. Maybe I should play f6. f6, king a6, knight c6. Maybe I should just let him take that pawn. g5, king a6, f5. King takes a7, f4. g5, king 6, f5 takes f4. problem is with the king on a6, I'm like I can never the king a6 knight c6 contraption is so fragile. G5. King a6. F5. I think I can win on the king side. So an interesting other idea. King a6, knight c6, g4. No, that shouldn't be good actually. I'm a little worried. I've made this probably harder than I should have. I'm not terribly happy with the way I've handled this. He has bishop d4 here. Bishop d4, a5? It's a little tricky, but probably not good. Okay. Oops, I forgot to put g5 on the board. This I did not expect. Now can I play f5? f5, h4. f5, h4. f4. Takes. Should be good for me. I have to play quicker, my time. I'm not watching my time carefully enough. My idea was f4. I could take on h4 as well, but I don't see any reason to do that. Let's play f4. I'm regaining my confidence. These pawns come very quickly. Basically, I'm going to go king f5, king e4, g4, f3. And the bishop actually has a really hard time getting on the correct diagonal for that, to deal with that. 5 seconds. Alright, let's throw it straight back to him. I'm going to go king d5, king e4, and say, what are you planning on doing about it? Four seconds. Okay. Now here I can turtle up. I can go knight c6. Knight c6. I think knight c6 is very sensible here. No need to enter the complications. Play simple, simple, simple. Keep the pawn. Gonna go king d5, then king e4, and then we'll see. He's gonna flag. Oh, he disconnected. He disconnected. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. That sort of puts a sour on the game. He disconnected. I'm gonna ask him if he disconnected. His online icon went gray. Yeah, he disconnected. That's really unfortunate. I think the position, I'm pretty sure the position is winning for me, but that just feels bad when he can still play. All this stuff is in my way. So I'm gonna go to a different thing. I'm gonna go to the analysis board. Is Lelouch here? Yeah. That was very interesting. So yeah, critical moments here. Let's look at some critical moments. This is a long game. This is the opening. Just seeing if my opponent say anything. No. I play knight takes. This is really interesting. DC5, E4, knight F6, bishop E3. That's very good. Castles, queen B3, knight of D7. Yeah, and here the main move for white. Let me turn this engine off. This is annoying. The main move for white is A4, and the point is basically to meet. Basically, you want the queen to defend the pawn here. So, actually, black's main move here, I believe in this exact position, is the pawn sacrifice b6. Let me check that. Oh no, sorry, black plays queen c7, right? So white goes queen a3, that was the idea. Because now, like I was saying in the game, oops, not that. If you play knight c5, this is really good for white after queen b4. So yeah, this is pretty much borderline unplayable for black. After you're basically white is forcing the queens off here. And okay, first of all, the knight has to go to some stupid square. So the knight goes back to some awful square. And white has two bishops, a perfect structure, and black has no compensation. His pieces are awful, white has a ton of space. So this is just totally, totally unplayable. So after a4, you can't take the pawn, you go queen c7. White goes queen a3, guarding the pawn. So he said bishop b5 was theory. I think that's in the 97. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you play bishop b5 in these lines with knight e7. So bishop e3. Oh, how does this line go? Castles, right? Queen b3, queen c7, and yeah, here's bishop b5, just stopping black's development somewhat. But yeah, so there were some other critical moments. Knight b8 is a bad move. b6 is a better move? What? Okay, we're going to have to come back to that one. I don't understand that. I thought that was a good move. I didn't like castles. But yeah, f4 was clearly a mistake. The computer gives a4, I agree. I thought this was close to equal. After bishop a6, rook fe1, and here I was going to play knight e6, I think. a5, knight c5. Yeah, it looks pretty equal. Looks pretty equal to me. This looks, I think this looks equal. What's the answer say? White is slightly better. Okay, yeah. That means I made a mistake in this line somewhere. Bishop a6, rook f1, bishop c4. Huh. And a5 is not a problem? Oh, because you're going to go b5. That's clever. I don't know if I would have found that. That's clever. The point is if you go a5, black goes b5, and yeah, so bishop e6. Yeah, rook fb1, that makes a lot of sense to me. I probably have to go b6, that makes sense. Yeah, and a4. Yeah, after f4, it's just lost. Interesting. I can't believe knight on b to a6 is a mistake. That I find hard to believe. Yeah, this looks not so pleasant. Let me turn this. I don't understand such. I would play knight a6 here probably, or I would at least think about it. Yeah, this looks really bad. No, this actually is unplayable. This is totally unplayable because of this variation, and yeah, a lot of stuff is hanging. Although, hold on. And white is just fine there. Cute. Yeah, okay. Back range mate threat as well. Gotta go h6. Yikes. That's a terrible position. Yeah. Yeah, f4 loses. And then it came back to being drawn at some point. b5, huh? Show me. Show me the money. Rook c8, I had this. I thought. Rook b1, g5. Black is better. Yeah, he's commenting that bishop d6 was pretty stupid. Yeah, I mean, this is objectively drawn, but oh man, this is not the sort of position you love to play, right? Here I go, king f8. Doesn't feel good. Knight d4, best move, feels good. I thought a lot about that. Ooh, I never even considered that. Yeah, no, in this position I was considering f6 really a lot, but I think white actually just totally ignores the existence of f6, just brings the king, continues to bring the king, totally ignoring this pawn, and it actually turns out to be like really problematic. Like, it's not easy to make moves in this position as black. I think white could potentially be better here once the king arrives on d5. There's this bishop b8 threat. It's like, oh man, this is not what I wanted. So what's the end say? And it says black is better. Okay. After king e8 and king takes e5. Yeah, okay, it's saying a draw. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so this feels good. This is, yeah, f6, not a good move. Finding knight d4, much stronger. Apparently a4 also wins. Probably gonna play knight, yeah, so a4, knight d4. You have to play knight d4, basically. Good move. I'm proud of that one. That was a nice move. The point is the knight, this is the square protecting that. I'm gonna open my stream, see what's going on there. See what sort of commentos we got. Has the board been on? Oh, it's just since the study came. My bad. Let me fix this. My apologies. Fixing the board. Where the rain gets in. To stop my mind from wandering. Where it will go. I don't feel bad about missing this. The engine says that here you go b5, a6, rook c8, rook b1, and just go g5 and say everything is fine. I assume the point is after takes. After takes, you're gonna get this pawn back. Maybe? This is a little bit beyond me. And in fact, the engine's starting to say this is not so great. Yeah, this is not so great. G5 though, that's a move I probably should have played, or should have known to play. Or like h5. Yeah, why did I play h6? That was a really terrible move, actually. I should play h5. That makes a lot more sense. I like that move. That's so much. God, that's such a good move. Yeah, h5. Of course you play h5. Why play h6? Bad move. That's something I could have done. I could have played h5. That makes so much more sense. What was that other? Yeah, it wants me to play b6 here. I really wasn't convinced by this ending here, unless I guess you don't enter the ending. I think you play b takes. And you say this is good for black. Because of the control over d3. You can go knight e5, c4, knight d3, if allowed. Yeah, okay. ℎ rook c5. He's saying he was surprised by rook c5 because a6 is really strong there. I totally missed that. Yeah, this was really annoying. Because his point is that he actually manages to liquidate. I have to play rook a5 here. Well, okay, I can play knight c7. But it should actually transpose to the rook a5 line. You have to play this move at some point. And he very unfortunately has just enough time. Because this is an only move. And yeah. I was still okay with the position I got, because the endgame is just going to be so awful for him. This endgame. Yeah, I was going to go king f8 here. Like, his bishop is just so bad. It's sort of incredible. Wants to go king e7. Can you go e6 here? f6. Just kidding. Yep. Just kidding. Yeah, so king f2, king e7. This is really just like not a pleasant ending. Something like this. Gain space, maybe play knight b8 even. I have no rush to play knight b8 though. He's not taking those squares from me, so you know, gain space, I like it. Put my pawns on light, makes sense to me. Play against this pawn. Knight gets into kingside. Yeah, it's probably a draw, but white has to be so careful for the entire game. I never have anything to worry about. Yeah, interesting. I was very happy with this game. Whew. Where's the analysis? I still don't understand really what the problem with this is. Queen c4. I thought e5 was a good move. Yeah, okay, so this is just fine. I handled this position fairly well. Why don't he go queen c4? That I didn't understand. b6 again. Yeah, that's slightly more sensible than knight ba6. I agree. I played this a little bit fast, probably. Let me look at the move time on that. I spent 3 minutes on that move. Okay. Just a lack of understanding, probably. b6. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't take, then he really doesn't have anything. I might be tempted to go e5 here again. a6. a6 and knight c6. That looks very strong as well, actually. The bishop comes to b7. I play f5 maybe. Yeah. This is a good position for black, I agree. So I misevaluated this position after bc. I need to understand why this is better for black, because this is what I don't understand, apparently. Okay, so say, what's wrong with this? The bishop has to go to a4. Okay, fine. Okay. Bishop goes back. The bishop is so low on squares. That's the problem. Bishop d3. Yeah. I got some ideas. Okay, so bishop c4. Very sensible. Develop a knight. That's a threat. Yeah, okay. Really, I would almost say I'm ahead in development. knight a5. Unpleasant. I'm gonna win the bishop pair and play a5. That's the key. Play a5 and bishop a6. That's where the bishop is gonna come to life. Or bishop b7, f5. Both possible. Or even e5. All possible. I would probably, as white, play queen a2 here. Knight a5 is annoying. I'm gonna win the bishop pair. I mean, bishop d3, c4, but that's... I don't really want to play c4, do I? Am I getting something concrete? I'm keeping your king... Oh, I'm getting b3. Yeah, okay. Brutal. Bishop, or like, maybe, no, probably bishop d7, try and come to a4. Yeah, he might play a4, that's a good move. Queen e3, oh my goodness. Yeah, this is what I would play. Queen a3. Yeah, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Wow. It's interesting how quickly this position sort of snowballs out of control for white. I totally miss how bound this is. Huh. Okay. Good learning moment. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off because that was the game. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned something. If not, too bad. That's your own fault. So yeah, thanks once again for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Adios.